but it seemed like the platform froze after a few minutes. So now I'm on a different platform, and I hope things are working better. There are some things I need to change, but for right now, they can stay the way they are. I see it's repeating the same thing I have on there already. So let me go here. There. That seems to be a little better. So anyways, I was following this storm if you didn't watch the first part of it, and it's pretty much cleared through. So the best part of it you probably never even seen, because I used that platform on Wednesday, and when I had the gustnado and I was out in Albert Lee and that storm was sucking the dust up into the cloud like you wouldn't believe, I had none of it because it stopped recording. So I'm glancing at the radar, and this system is pretty much pushed through. There's actually a little bit left of it, and I'm going to head back east because I'm going to head back west because I can probably run into more of it if I go back west than if I sit here. So, okay, here's an updated scan. And the rain is getting a little heavier here. Let me check the lightning strikes. Okay. Yeah, there's not a whole lot of lightning in any of it. Well, there is a spot that I'll run into on the way back that's a little red, little bit heavier rain. So I'll do that. If I'm broadcasting, I'll run you through that. I can check. I shouldn't say if. Let me go here and go to YouTube. Live. Yeah, I'm back live again. So this one will probably run the whole time, whereas the other one didn't. Okay, let's see here. I'm going to pull out here. Yeah, okay. Much better. Although I think the majority of the storm has passed. It's working. It seems to work on other software, which is kind of disappointing. if it's working. Now I'm going to be running back into the rain again in the back half of this storm. I've driven on this road many times. I don't know it that well though. I'm on Winona County 12 heading west. Just out of Nodine, heading for Ridgeway. Basically coming back to the same place I left. This road is rough. No doubt about it. The rain's coming a little heavier now. Now the software I'm using here basically sets everything up on the iPad and then pushes it out to this company's server. And then they push it out to YouTube or Facebook or Twitch or LinkedIn. There's several others. But I'm only on YouTube because with Facebook, you have to have 100 followers to broadcast live. Which, if you're like me and you do have a Facebook account and you do have the option of another page, like I have Weather Monkey, you're not going to have 100 followers. Unless you just follow everybody that you run across and you expect them to follow you. I mean, if I was 20 years old, yeah, maybe. You know, you got a lot of friends, you meet a lot of people. You may end up with 100 followers. I think that's a little excessive. I don't care to know everybody's business. I worry about my own business. So why would I want to have 100 followers or follow 100 people? But I guess if you're going to go on Facebook and broadcast live, that's what they want you to have. And if you're just opening up a Facebook page and you want to go live, unless you're paying them to join and follow, I don't know how you're going to get 100 people. That's just me. So by the time we get off at 12 here, which will be in a few more minutes, and then I start heading into the valley, pretty much most of the rain will be over. So, and up here, we're coming up on this small metropolis of Ridgeway, which I'm very familiar with. My father's side of the family lived out in this area. My dad, when he was younger, lived out in this area. My great-great-great-grandfather, I think I'm saying that right, was the Postmaster General of Ridgeway, which was maybe 200 people. He also ran the Pony Express or stagecoach stop. They bring the mail out of La Crosse, they bring it up the hill, up the bluff, and by the time the horses got up here, they were exhausted, so they change out the teams of horses and then head on to Rochester, Minnesota. That's the way I understood it worked. And my great-great-great-grandfather was actually a senator for the state of Minnesota. So there's some interesting history I'm connected to in Ridgeway. A few years back, they had Ridgeway Days, and they had reenactments going on, and this young gentleman was reenacting my great-great-great-grandfather. So when he got done, I walked up to him and I showed him my driver's license. And of course, had my name on it and the person he was acting as. And you should have seen the look on his face. So that was interesting. And I told him I appreciated what he was doing. So I might stop up here and check my stream and see if it's still working, because I don't know if it is or not. And I'll go back when I get home and I'll go through and I'll check the stream on the one software, and then I'll check the stream on this software. And if there's any problems, I'll try to find a way to figure them out and go from there. Baby steps is what I call it. I don't know if people know me or not, but I'm retired. I worked for 30 years in a lawn service business as the owner. Started out working part-time. In the evenings, went full-time. And decided it was time to retire. So that's what I did. And now I have time to go chase storms, where I never had that time before. And then we'll be coming up to Watoka in a few minutes. And I'm debating if I want to go down into Winona through Watoka, or if I just want to go over to 43. And the difference would be cell service. I don't remember if there's cell service from the top of the hill all the way down into the valley. Taking 43. There is, but taking Watoka Hill, I'm not sure if there is or isn't. Plus 43 is a much more pleasant drive. You drop 600 feet over about a 5-mile stretch, where with Watoka you drop to 600 feet in about a 2.5-mile stretch. So it makes a difference. Back into that rain again, which I expected. Like I said, I was going to stop up here. I'm going to check see if my feed is still going. I actually have a feature on this car where I can set it where if I put my foot on the brake and come to a complete stop, it actually will hold the brake for me. And by doing that, yeah, good, my feet is still working. And by doing that, you don't have to put your foot on the brake. And as soon as you touch the gas, it releases the brake. So, that's a nice feature. Okay, I'm going to head west more on Highway 12. And then I'm going to pick up the State Highway 43 north and head down into Winona. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the Weather Monkey on YouTube. And with Facebook, go over to Facebook, like and follow. I believe that's what it is. The Weather Monkey. And then after I get after I get 50 followers, I'll be able to go, or 100, I'm not sure. I'll be able to go live on Facebook too. So, well, it's kind of hard to see where my camera is right now, but my camera likes to time out. So if I don't pay attention and I don't move something on the gimbal, the camera will time out, and then I have to basically turn the camera back on. As you can see here, I'm running through a lot of fog with this rain. So good flash lightning. Like I said earlier, I was running on a different software, and it seemed like it would work for 10-15 minutes and then just stop, which was really aggravating because I was out in Albert Lee on Wednesday, and I was on 35, and I was just north of 90, and there was a gustnado, and it was sucking dust up into the clouds. And I was live streaming, but I didn't have it because my live stream quit. So I wasn't very happy. And then I think tonight it did the same thing. But like I said, when I get home, I'll run through my videos and I'll see if that actually happened or there was a technical problem on my end. So ready to run into some heavier rain. Actually some more rain just developed to the south and west of me. So we'll probably pick up that rain right before we get on Highway 43. And we'll probably have that rain with us all the way down into the valley, into Winona. Not much to it for this complex. I haven't zoomed out with the radar, but I don't think there's much going on after this in the foreseeable future. Okay, we're coming up on Township of Wilson. We'll make a right turn and we'll start our 600-foot descent into the valley. Like I said, if you're watching, you know, this is baby steps for me. So like and subscribe to YouTube, The Weather Monkey, or Weather Monkey. And follow on Facebook, even though I'm not streaming on Facebook as of yet. Your raindrops are starting to get a little bigger. And you want to make sure you are driving. I mean, the road's fine. You could go 100 miles an hour on it down the hill. But when it's wet, you kind of want to be, well, you want a little bit of caution in your thoughts. So, we'll go a little slower. Kind of a strange spot for a vehicle to be sitting. Reset my fuel mileage right now. I've driven about 2.5, 3 miles and I haven't even touched the gas. And I'm still going 50 miles an hour. we're about 3/4 of the way down to the valley floor. Get about right here at the end of our descent. So, a short story here. See where those barricades are across the street there? Well, I used to cut through there and come across there to get to this road because where I was pulling out of, you could never pull out. There was so much traffic. So I'd go around the hotel back there and I'd drive off over the curb to get on the road. And I guess I probably wasn't the only one that did that. So they put those barricades up. So if you were coming from the other direction, you couldn't do that. That's my guess anyways. So we're back in Winona. Someone coming here with their bright actually light up the road. Now we're getting into a little bit heavier rain. Which I'm not overly concerned about because I'm very familiar, of course, with this highway. I know where the low spots are, where water will pond, which there aren't very many in the right lane. But in the left lane, there's a few spots where the water ponds. If you're coming from the other direction, it's like going through a car wash. So, yeah, this is going to end up, about the time I get home, it'll be done. You're probably not going to believe this, but 9 out of 10 times, I'll hit this light red. I don't care if it's 2 in the morning or 2 in the afternoon. There's got to always be somebody right there to trip the light. That's one of the places they should put a roundabout. There's somebody so close behind me. It's like I can't hardly even see their headlights. I don't know what their deal is. I mean, they could go around me. I mean, they might be turning right up here also, but if they are, lighten up. No, they're not. Like I said, I'll go check these 2 streams out. The first one, which was on one system, and this stream, which was on the second system. I gotta turn my wipers down a little bit. There's some light rain still coming at us, maybe a little bit of lightning, but for the most part, the storm has passed. And there was some good lightning strikes on the other system I was broadcasting from to YouTube, but I don't even know if it even broadcasted in that time frame. So, like I said, baby steps, one day at a time, one stream at a time. So if you're on YouTube and you have Facebook, go to Weather Monkey and follow. and like. If you're watching on YouTube, which is the only place you can watch it on, hit that like button and subscribe. Because everybody's got to start somewhere. So I'm going to end the stream right here. And everybody have a good night. And I will see you next time. Goodbye, everybody.